I mean, I made as much as like $1,000 a month in stock photography, and I was thrilled. And it's weird making a little bit of money on doing something that you really enjoy, passionate about, no matter what it is. It's a really good, satisfying feeling. I mean, you feel really good, like wow, I made this, and people are actually watching it, and they're paying me for it. It's wow, and that happened with stock photography, and when I started making, I mean, I made as much as like $1,000 a month in stock photography, and I was thrilled, so happy. So with YouTube, I kept putting out videos, and I would notice at times there would be like these spikes, where it's like, woo, oh my God, a video is getting a lot of views or something, and I make a little bit more money and get a little more subscribers, or something. And in the very first time that would happen is like, you just think it's going to keep climbing, but it doesn't. It goes up and it goes down. And like, oh. And then I felt like really low again, It's like, oh man, that was it. So the high would be a really good feeling, and then the low, it felt worse than before the high, because all of a sudden you're getting accustomed to like, oh, I'm at this level, and then you get chopped down, and it's like, oh wow. Well, that happened several times. One of the big times that actually hurt me was when after I made my hut, I put that video up, and it didn't do good. I was very disappointed. Like the first, it was like it got like 300 views, and then it was just like stagnant. I was like, God, all that work. I mean, I spent 4 months on it. I spent at least 20 hours editing it. Oh well, but I had plans to make other videos related to it and stuff. So I did a couple other videos, and then I did this one video that it was about soap plant. And soap plant it's an annual in the spring, and it grows these leaves and a little flower. I found them when I was digging dirt to make the adobe blocks for my hut. And I didn't know what they are, and I set them aside, and then eventually I got around to researching and identifying them, and I found a soap plant, and they could be eaten, and you can actually make them into soap. You can make soap out of it and use it. And so I tested it a little bit. I washed my hands, and it's like, wow, it suds up, and it works. It's actually cleans. So I thought that'd be a cool video. So I thought, okay, I got my hut, and I had this gourd, a hollowed out gourd that's used as water containers. And so I filled that with water, and I went out and I made a video of me digging these roots. First, the video starts out, I'm in my hut, and I'm running my fingers through my hair. Mind you, I didn't wash my hair for at least 2 weeks or so. I wanted to get really dirty. And so I got it really dirty, and it was shorter than this at that time, but I was kind of messy looking, and I'm running my fingers through my hair, and I'm like, ugh, it's like all greasy and oily. And so after that, the next shot is me digging with a stick, with this manzanita wood. I'm digging, and I dig up these bulbs, and then I take them on a rock, and I pound them, I smash them, and I put them in this clay bowl. I had a couple other bowls that were used in it, and I put them in there. And then I put some water, and I just kind of just like mash it up in there, and it starts sudsing. And then I take the suds and I squeeze the soap plant that's all mashed up, and the suds come out, and I put them into another bowl. And then I take that, and I don't show everything, but I have like the camera strategically placed in such a way. I take off my shorts, because that's all I wear is shorts. Take off my shorts, and there's tree branches, bush branches in the way, so you can't see obvious parts. And I proceed to bathe with it out there under the sun. I pour my water on me, and I take the bowl of the suds of soap plant, I pour it on my hair, and I start cleaning my hair. And then I rinse off, and I put the shorts on, and you have a close-up with me, just like, yeah, feeling good. And that's the end of it. Well, I put that video up, and after a few days, it goes viral. It goes wild, and I'm like, oh my God. And I was getting like 500 subscribers a day up to, during like 1 week. I was getting all these subscribers, and I made like, there was 1 or 2 days where I made like over $100. I was like, whoa! So I'm like, oh my God, this is awesome. And then it spiked. Let's just show it this way. It spiked, and then it came down a bit, but it didn't come all the way down. And so it was like this, you know, and I was still making some decent money. And I ended up making like $800 that month. And I was thrilled. So I started making more videos. I was working a little bit less at my regular job because I was working full time another job that I did not like. It just wasn't enough money. And so I was dedicating a little more time to YouTube. I'm like, man, I'm a YouTuber now. And I told a couple of my friends that I'm doing YouTube now, you know. And this
and so what did that mean? Does that mean you have to put out, now you're like, okay, now I got to hit that weekly schedule that everybody talks about to be a YouTuber?
You know, I wasn't really aware of a weekly schedule, but I had personal goals. I was like, well, I need to make out more videos. I want to make this grow more. So I felt an urgency. I had heard from other YouTubers on their channels or from other people that when your channel all of a sudden just starts growing like that, that's the time to really get into action. And so I started making some more videos and stuff, and it came down a little bit, but it was still okay. I was still making a few $100s a month for the next couple months. And then I seemed to get a little off track. I started doing a different kind of videos, more like a vlog style. I did a little bit of traveling, and those weren't well received. And it was kind of talking to a friend. He said, you know, you should just focus on the genre that was working for you, you know. And so I think that was the mistake I made, because it went down, and it went down. So I was at 800, and then it came down like 400, 300. 200, it went down like $75, and I was like, well, YouTube's not working out so good. Back to the job. So it was very crushing, and people were asking me, how's your YouTube going? I'm like, not so good. It sucks. I'm pissed. I'm upset. Yeah, I don't know. And I told friends, friends were asking, what are you going to do? I just guess it's back to paycheck, you know. So I was pretty depressed. I was a little sad about that, and so I was doing less videos. But it took like a month or two, and I kind of got myself back together a little bit and started making some more and focusing on what I did. I guess I kind of focused on, because the problem was I got so emotionally involved with the results and not the project, not the work. And so, like in the beginning, I wasn't doing it for money because I wasn't making any money, right? So I was doing it for the love of the art of what I was doing. You know, I want to share this. You know, really, I've always loved sharing, you know, my adventures or experiences with other people. I've done it by writing. I've had blogs, and hardly anyone would read them. So it just got, hardly anyone was reading them. Photography was a good way. But YouTube, I thought was, you know, in the format of a video in a movie is the greatest way to share, I think. I really, really love that medium for sharing. So I had to get back to the reason I'm doing it, you know, for the love of it and the purpose. And you know, because something that would make me feel real good and kind of rebuild me back up was comments from people. You know, many people would say, oh, thank you for doing this, you know, thanks for sharing this. Or they'd have serious questions about this or that, you know, places I've been, you know, the plant that I'm using. Now, mind you, there's a lot of other comments because that video portrayed, it didn't portray nudity, but, you know, it was suggested nudity, obvious nudity. It attracted a lot of people that are sexually attracted to the male physique. And I got a lot of comments. And that actually was very disturbing at first because that wasn't my intentions. But nonetheless, that came around too.
So you understand women who feel objectified?
Yes.